Hey, Highland County, Randy Butler here again. We've got some very special guests, some folks from Gibbs Insurance and Associates. Mr. Jim Gibbs, been around Hillsborough as long as I can remember, and Mr. Seth Phillips. How you guys doing?
We're great. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, I remember Jim Gibbs from when I was a kid having the.
Be careful with the dates and the ages, okay?
It was a long time ago. What was it called? Eating Time.
Eating Time Driving, that's
Eating
right.
Time Driving. Yeah. Holy cow, that's been a long. How long ago has that been?
45 years probably. Yeah.
45 years.
And you're hardly that old. You must have been jumping off school buses.
People, yeah, I was very young, but I remember that. Hey, we've had some different guests, the Highland County Auditor, Recorder, a lot of different things. These fellas here sell insurance, and they've been around for a very long time. How long has Gibbs? You've been here a long time.
The agency started in 1917. I've had the agency for 44 years.
Wow.
And we've only moved location one time in all that time. So.
Wow, that's great.
We have a location on Walnut Street in Hillsborough. We have a Cincinnati location as well. So.
Awesome. Well, as part of real estate, anytime you own a home, obviously you have to have insurance, or you should have insurance. I'm sure it happens where some don't. Whenever a home is financed, a lender, they're going to want to know insurance, who the insurance is, what kind of coverage, that kind of thing, before they will loan the money. There will not be a closing unless there is insurance. Maybe kind of explain how the process works. You get a call, somebody's buying a home and they're wanting insurance. What do you guys do?
So as an independent agency, we write for multiple standard lines carriers. So at that point, we would look what's going to be the best fit for that client and look at our entire market, and at that point bring them the best proposal.
Sure.
And every client is different. Every client has a brick house, a frame house. It's located inside the city, outside the city. So all those different rates that apply for fire rates and liability rates, you have to kind of fleece through and find the best fit for them, like Seth says. At the same time, we are real conscious about liability treatment. Liability has to do with personal injury, libel, slander, false arrest. People get hurt on your property. Children swing a bat and hit the neighbor's child by accident. We can tell you that when you buy liability insurance that comes with your homeowners, very little attention is paid to that by some agencies. We dwell on that. The difference between a $300,000 limit of liability for personal liability and $1 million is
$15 a year, probably.
$15 a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you are. So we kind of get into that. We like to sit at the kitchen table with these people. We like for them to understand, and I can tell you if we do that, we see their kids when they graduate from high school. It's like we were just there yesterday and they were just jumping off school buses.
I tried that myself.
Yeah, so time goes very quickly. So,
Sure. When you look for, I know there's, I'm sure, are there properties that you can insure, condition? I mean, if you go out and the home has a bad, the roof's bad, does that affect the rate, or is that something you look for?
Well, we would tell you yes. We would also tell you there's a market for every kind of a house. We in particular don't go seeking those kind of clients. We like the family-based client who's going to be around us for a long time. Our persistency and our retention is probably 94%. So we don't have a lot of people coming and going in the agency. We build the agency very slowly. We've done it for 45 years, 44 years. So it rewards us nicely too because we know our client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I know insurance is something, and no offense to you guys, it's something that nobody is extremely excited about buying, but we all have to have it. I mean, we all have to have homeowners insurance. I saw you guys other insurance as well, or is homeowners kind of what you focus on?
We do a lot of commercial. We do a lot of large farms. We do a lot of commercial insurance. If you're an artisan contractor, like in concrete business or a carpenter, we certainly do that. We do large manufacturers. We do large manufacturers in and around, we operate in 26 states. We were in Richmond, Kentucky, the day before yesterday.
Yes, we were.
For a large manufacturer. So we get around, but we base ourselves here, and our people live here, and we try to contribute back to the community because of that too.
Sure. So, I know their office is right behind ours, Walnut Street, I believe that is right there. Right behind, we're on Main Street, they're right behind us on Walnut Street. And I know you guys have been there about as long as I can remember. I don't know if you were anywhere
We've been there probably 40 years now.
40 years,
yeah.
Wow.
So
that's about
we started uptown and moved down there about 40 years ago.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. I know you've been with Jim for a while as well.
I'm going on my third year in the business, and as Jim said, I think the relationships are the most important part of this business, and I can see a lot of folks that have worked with Jim for years. So
we have 12 people on the payroll, and I think Seth's been going on 3 years. I think everybody has as much as 15 or 18 or 20 years in service. We have a fellow that's 25 years. My son is in the business with us. In fact, he's been with us 18 years. So it goes way back a long way. So,
Sure.
yeah.
I know that there's an old saying in sales. It's pretty easy to get a customer, but to keep someone loyal to you, that takes effort. And you guys have done that.
Well, we've got a motto in the office. The customer's not always right, Randy, but he has a right to be heard.
Absolutely.
And if you listen, the retention becomes very good. They want to be heard. My wife called with a claim this morning, so
Your wife did.
and I try to show some
answer that.
I try to show some patience.
That one won't even be paid,
But,
will it?
but I hope she gives me an egg when I get home. So
Well, that's good. Well, is there anything else you guys like to add? Anything that maybe something that if somebody is buying a house, what to look for?
look for somebody that's going to be mobile. Somebody who's going to come out and sit down with them, look at the property with them, underwrite the account if you would. Somebody who's going to be able to go with them if they move out of the area to Columbus, to West Virginia. We operate in 26 states, so we can get pretty mobile, and we do that. And we
Sure.
have clients that we follow to Alabama, we follow them to Florida in the wintertime.
Yeah.
So I'd say somebody who's mobile, somebody has more than one company. One company doesn't give you much mobility. So we have, probably 12 companies, but 5 serious companies. But
Sure.
we do 12, we can broker with lots of companies.
I know I told you guys before we got started, I always admire you because you always go to the people. I mean,
Right.
they don't have to come to you, you go to them, and I always admire this. I have.
They never invite us, so we just have to show up.
Sure.
you know.
I know I have my insurance with you guys as well, and I have for, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 years, something like that. And a few years ago, I called you and what I was thinking, and you brought me so much stuff, but there was stuff that I bought that I didn't even know I needed. But you explained to me that I needed, that I should have it, and that's what
Feels
I did.
good, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I can say this, everybody looks for rates. The cheapest rate isn't always the best thing.
That's correct.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's embarrassing for us if we don't do it right, and we've never been caught short yet.
Yeah.
We've made a few mistakes, and we probably have mistakes in our drawers we don't know about yet.
Yeah.
But I think proficiency, we're pretty good.
Yeah,
So.
I would agree.
Our brand is pretty strong, so
Yeah. I know I have my insurance, and I wouldn't have my insurance with you if I didn't believe
I
it.
appreciate that very much.
So thank you guys for being a part of this, and
our pleasure.
Highland County, we'll see you.
Thank you, Randy.
Have a good day.
Thanks.